Hello everyone, this is Starscream 165, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Generations Fall Cybertron Deluxe Class Starscream. So here is the package. Now we're on the package. Okay. So here is Starscream in his vehicle mode, or Cybertronian jet mode. Reminds me personally of the Tetrajets from Generation 1. Just pretty cool. And we have the Thundercracker and Skywarp repaints coming out, and they're actually getting a US release, which is nice. I'm looking forward to getting both of those, because I absolutely love this mold. I hope it gets repainted as much as the classic Seeker mold did, or is still. So, there is no landing gear in this mode. He doesn't really need any. He just sits like so. You have a nice sculpted in cockpit there. You have like a seat in there. Not that anyone would be sitting in there on Cybertron. Then you have his two machine guns, or if you want it, or for lack of a better term, that combine to form what in my opinion emulates the neutron assault rifle from the game from Fall Cybertron. At least that's how I look at it. Let me readjust my light here. Okay. And an undocumented feature, and I didn't actually find out how to do this until I saw it during transformation. I had heard about it, but I never knew how to do it. And if you look underneath here, I'm going to try to half transform him here. You have these two holes here, and you have this port right here, and that wouldn't be there unless something attached. And you have this section here, the tail fin, and you just wiggle it off. And then you have these two posts. And then you got the two posts on the bottom of the neutron assault rifle, and you can plug it in right here like so, and then take this and plug it in up here, which looks kind of silly. But let me get him back into normal jet mode here, so I can show you how he looks like properly here in this configuration, which I'll admit does look a bit odd. Let's see. Okay, so there we are. Sorry about that. Okay, and then just plug that back in. Oh yeah, it does look a bit odd. Does it remind me of anything from the game? Reminds me more of the noxious magnetic weapons from Dark of the Moon, the Powerizer, Voyager weapons like bulkheads from Transformers Prime. But it's there. Pick this off and set the guns to the side, and they can, they can peg in under the wings, or they can peg into these ports here, and the feet, or what will be the feet. Plug that back in. So for comparison, we'll bring in Worf, Cybertron, Deluxe Class Megatron. You can see how they look together, like so. I think they seal nicely. And the one thing I will note, there is no silver on this toy, with the exception of Starscream's face and what will be his feet here, or what would act as thrusters in this mode. Which I wish there was a lot more silver on him, because it looks kind of odd that you have the silver, and then you have just this unpainted gray plastic. Personally, I wish they would have let the silver out and just had it as this unpainted gray plastic so it would match. But it's there, and it doesn't look bad, just I wish it was more uniform. So, to transform Starscream into a robot mode, first you want to take the wings and you're just going to bring them up like so. Take the nose cone and flip it down, and then take the feet and they peg in back here, and just going to unpeg them like so, peg them like so, and then you're going to bring the entire waist piece down. There's a peg right here. It's going to peg in underneath the nose cone here, like so. And then you can flip out the feet and get my fingernail on there. There we are. About his toe, I should say. Not his feet. His feet are already out. Lock that in still. Okay, then you want to come back here to the back, and I should probably raise the camera a bit. Let's see. There we are. Okay. Next, we're going to want to come back here to where the arms are, and you're going to split them, and then you're going to bring them out like so. This kind of reminds me of the Hunt for the Decepticons Terror Dive mold. You know what I mean, with the what was in the thruster that turned into his arms. And then you want to turn them back over, and you're going to bring this entire piece, or this entire section down on this hinge right here, like so, while holding on to this down here. Bring that down. Then you're going to bring this section down on this hinge, like so. Bring up the head and rotate it around. And then you're going to bring this section up on this hinge here. Focus the camera. Like so. And it's going to... Okay, like so. So now you have it like that. And then you have a peg back here. It's going to peg into the back of this waist piece here. Like so, and that will lock that assembly in place. And then you're going to bring these pieces down to form shoulder pauldrons. And the arms do not lock into place, unfortunately, but they really don't flop around, so that's fine by me. And you can just bring them down, or rotate them, so you can get a proper elbow joint and fist. Proper elbow joint and fist. Then, unfortunately, you cannot bring his wings back any more than this. That's probably my biggest gripe with this toy. The character model itself has these back a lot farther, and I wish this toy could do that. Unfortunately, it can't. But other than that, it's a really accurate depiction of the Seekers, or the Seeker design from Fall Cybertron, or Cybertron overall. Okay, so let's see. Focus the camera. Okay. So, there really isn't a lot of paint. This plastic here is all red plastic. This is gray plastic. I guess you can see this is painted on here. And these are... Can't tell if this is paint or not, but forget about the entire paint thing. I'm not sure what I'm talking about anymore. But you do have some nice pink paint here, and the shoulder pauldron looks like Energon, which is kind of cool. You have this exposed joint here, which is the same translucent plastic as the cockpit, which is cool. And for posability in this mode, Starscream's head can do an entire 360, and unfortunately, he can turn his head, but the shoulder pauldrons block his face for most poses. So even if you bring these out, that looks kind of silly, and it still kind of obscures his face from view. You could say that his shoulders go out and in like so, but and focus the camera. You got the shoulder joint here, a lot of motion there. You have a bicep swivel. You have an elbow joint. It's a double jointed elbow, jointed here and here. Then you got a wrist swivel. No waist articulation. You do have ball jointed hips. Full range of motion. You got a thigh swivel. You have a very nice knee, but no rotation at the knee. And then his feet, or his foot can pivot like so. Which is cool, and I guess you could say that his toe here is posable. So, all in all, Starscream is quite posable. There are some things that I wish he did have, which he doesn't. But regardless, he looks really cool. Okay. So, for comparison, we'll bring in Follow Cybertron Sideswipe, which is still turning out as pink on my camera, and I don't know why. Take the light away from it, it still looks like it's pink. So I do not know. And here he is next to Ultra Magnus, like so. For his weapons, again, he has an infrared assault rifle, which he can peg into his hands using either one of these two pegs. So, peg it into his hand like so, and you can get that, which looks pretty cool. And you can have it underslung, which it was never an underslung weapon, but you could have that too. And I forgot to mention, these are geared together, so I mean, you can try to get it in here, but I recommend just doing this, and they'll turn in unison, which is cool. Or you can also split these like so, and you can kind of give Starscream his low raise, and you can use what would be the shorter peg and peg it into this port here on his arm, like so, and it kind of looks more like an underslung machine gun now than more than anything else now, unfortunately. But you know, he has two arm-mounted cannons now, similar to his null rays in Generation 1. So, although it isn't the best fit, it's there, so it isn't bad. So, I highly recommend this figure. Of course, I am a bit biased because I'm a Starscream fan, but I personally really like the secret design from the Cybertron, Fall Cybertron games. And I think the figure was really well done, and I'm certainly looking forward to the Thundercracker and Skywarp repaints whenever I can find them when they come out, respectively. So, this has been the video review for Transformers Follow Cybertron Deluxe Class Starscream. This has been Starscream 65. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.